Hey, what's going on, guys? I wanted to stop and talk to you guys for a second while I'm in the airport. Some of you saw me talk about this issue on my Instagram earlier, and the weird thing about doing things on your phone is that when a noise comes through, a random noise pops in, it can sometimes kill the whole live stream. So I, I I apologize if you were on my Instagram and we lost contact. But anyway, I wanted to talk about something that was on my brain that involves relatives and money and friends and money and stuff like that. And so the first thing I want to let you guys know is that if you get a lot of money, you're going to be a target. Like if you make money, you're going to be a target of somebody. The few ways you get targeted when you start making money. This is why you shouldn't go around bragging about how much money you have and trying to shine and all that. It's because when you shine the light on yourself, everybody pays attention to that and they want to connect to that, right? They want to get a piece of that. Well, you become a target basically, of people that want to steal from you, people that want to, bring you sob stories, people that might want to scam you, people that might want to sue you. Women suddenly think you're super handsome, when they didn't think nothing of you before. Back then they didn't want you. Now you're hot. They all on you. Really, my view is that when you start making money, don't tell everybody. Like, don't make it a big deal. Don't go around telling everybody how much money you have, how much money you made. And the thing is that I had the thought that crossed my brain today was I was thinking about that, right? How so many of us, so there's so many stories of people in the community who go broke by being generous. A lot of athletes, a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of athletes that go broke, they go broke because they were saving everybody, they were helping everybody, they were hooking everybody up. Uncle Rerun needs his rent paid. Aunt Lucy's calling because her son needs to get out of jail. You got your sibling that's asking for money because they can't seem to get their stuff together, right? And so a lot of times, and people don't know this, but you go bad because there's so much charity, right? That people are very generous. You want to be helpful. Maybe you feel some guilt because you became successful and you feel bad because your homies didn't make it out with you, and I get that. I totally get that. That happens to a lot of athletes. And athletes, I think, and entertainers are especially vulnerable because one, not only did you did you get uh, an opportunity to sort of get ahead financially that other people didn't get, but also a lot of your friends may be stuck in desperate, destitute situations, and on top of that, the amount of money you make is highly publicized. It's highly publicized, so everybody knows how much money you have. You can't pretend to be broke if they just saw you on TV or they know you played for the Buffalo Bills. So, with that said, though, here's what my thought is. Right, this is why I think financial literacy is really important. You guys know, give me a yes in the chat if you agree that black people need to build wealth and learn how to start our own businesses. Give me a yes in the chat if we can all agree that starting businesses in our community is one of the most important things we have to do, right? We have to learn how to start businesses. Well, here's why learning how to start businesses is really important. It's based on this simple idea: charity is never as good as trade. Charity can drain you. Charity will ruin you financially if you do too much of it. It doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. It doesn't mean you shouldn't be generous. It doesn't mean it doesn't feel good. But charity is a bad financial investment. Why? Well, because if I give you charity and you give me back a thank you, I can't pay my bills with a thank you. I can't feed my kids with a thank you. I can't, pay taxes with a thank you. So even though we should all do charity, we should all help people out, charity is not a sustainable business model. You can't do charity forever. Charity, it creates a deficiency in the people that live on the charity. You're deficient, you're vulnerable, you've never learned how to take care of yourself, so you're always kind of on edge, worried that somebody's going to stop paying your bills. But then the person who's doing the charity is drained also because they're constantly pumping out all this money and it's not sustainable. Charity is not a sustainable business model. That's why when you have a lot of these celebrities where you say, "What are you doing for the black community?" and they'll say, "Well, I gave $50,000 to the Boys Club, and I give money in the hood every Thanksgiving. I give away turkeys at Christmas and Thanksgiving." That's charity. Charity is not sustainable. Do we agree? Give me a yes in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Um, Charity is not a sustainable business model, but a sustainable business model is trade. Now, here's how trade works. Trade is an investment. Trade gives you ROI, return on investment. Trade means that instead of me offering you charity, if I can offer you a job then we both win. It's a win-win, right? You're not feeling depleted. You're not feeling beneath me. You're not feeling like I can hold it over your head. You're not feeling like you owe me nothing. And I'm not feeling like I have to take care of you like a child, right? So trade means that you say, hey, Boyce, can I borrow some money? And I say, well, okay, well, I got this job over here. Can you do this job? And so what that means is I give you 1,000, maybe you help me make 1,500. So you're feeling good because you poured as much into me as I'm pouring into you. We're pouring into each other. Everybody wins. You understand? And the thing about it is that the ability to create a job, the ability to delegate, the ability to develop systems for financial acquisition is one of the most critical skills young black children can learn. The most critical skill a young black boy, a young black girl can learn is how to create a job. If you first you learn how to create a job for yourself, then you learn how to create a job for other people. So that way, when your son grows up, your daughter grows up, and the homies from the hood are saying, "Hey, I hear you're doing good. Can you hook me up?" If your child has been trained on systems and trained on entrepreneurship and trained on how to create jobs, then when the homies reach out and say, "Hey, can I hold something?" You say, "Sure, you can hold this job, and I'm gonna let you hold thousands of dollars. I'm gonna hook you up because you can hook me up." Right? So that requires everybody pouring into the pot, right? That means that those at the top, like your children are the talented 10th. Your children are the talented 10th because you're listening to me. My PhD is in finance. I am at the highest level of economic thinking. So the fact that you're listening means you are, in my view, the talented 10th because you're going to have visionary ideas because everything I learned from those folks getting my doctorate, I'm sharing this with you. So your children are the talented 10th. That means they need an important skill, which is the ability to create a job for themselves, create jobs for other people, develop systems that allow them to make money. They're not chasing jobs, they're creating jobs. They become like economic gods. Then, two, the community, those who are not in the talented 10th, have to bring skills to the table so that when those jobs are made available, they can fulfill those roles, right? It's hard to create a job for a relative who doesn't have a work ethic, right? Trifling, lazy people that don't want to do no work, that want you to give them something for nothing, you can't do anything with that, right? It's like, okay, well, what can you do? Well, I can't do nothing. Well, what you been doing? Sitting at home smoking weed every day? Like, what is your skill, right? So, but if you have somebody that works hard, that is able to learn and willing to learn, and you have a job for them, then everybody wins. They're contributing to the ecosystem in a positive way. The business owner wins, and the person that's getting the support is winning, right? We're creating jobs, we're lifting people up. It's not charity based. Charity's not sustainable as an economic development policy for Black people. We must have trade. We must have job creators. We must be able to give them something that's going to give them not just money, but give them their dignity. You see, when you can work, if I can help you out, if I need you to help me and then I can help you out, I keep my dignity, right? But if I'm always begging from you, I don't have my dignity. It's very embarrassing to have to constantly beg. I don't know about y'all, but I have a hard time asking people for money. It's very difficult. But if I know that I need some help and you helping me out and I know I can pay it back double, well, that makes me feel good. Do you see what I'm saying? Right? So give your children their dignity. Teach them to give others their dignity. We must find ways to help each other without draining one another. In fact, let me give you a little quick story, then I'm going to bounce out of here. I had one conversation with Tyler Perry, just one conversation with him. I've never ever talked to him since then. The celebrities, they call me, I don't call them. Tyler called me in 2014. And right that week when Tyler called me, he was on the cover of Vanity Fair or some magazine, a Variety magazine, as the highest paid person in Hollywood. And I said, how does that feel, to be on the cover of a magazine as the highest paid person in Hollywood? He said, I hate it. I said, you hate it? Why do you hate it? He said, because now everybody knows how much money I make, which is only going to bring more problems to me. Nobody knows how much money I spend running this business. Nobody knows how many millions of dollars I had to pay out to hire people and to do things. Nobody knows all that. They just know that I got $100 million last year. And I understood that. So what I'm telling you is when you start making that money, keep it to yourself. Don't go around bragging and stunting and flossing and showing off, but then on top of that, when people reach out to you, because they're going to be able to smell your success, have a job waiting for them. And again, that comes from learning how to create a job. That is a skill set that is ignored, that one that is not taught enough in our community. It is one that is vital and essential, especially if your child has some intelligence about them. They cannot be a person who's brilliant as hell, constantly seeking jobs, because that's not what our community needs right now. We need job creators. Do you get what I'm saying? Give me a yes if you get what I'm saying. Well, I got to go. Tonight, we're doing the Forex event. Go to boycewatkins.com. The link is at the top of the page. You can join us, or if you're on Instagram, the link is in the bio. Okay, so we start tonight at 8 o'clock. We're going to do Forex all night with Courtney Logan, who's an attorney, a brilliant guy, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So God bless you guys. I'm out. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, and I got to head on out. I got to get on this flight, but I wanted to share this. So how do you join? Just go to boycewatkins.com. The URL's on the screen, and you can find the link right there at the top. We start at 8 o'clock sharp. It's totally free to the public. So I hope if you have an interest in Forex, feel free to join us in the Black Business School. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Talk to you later. Peace.